What's up everybody, welcome back to another video by TrunkFreshGreen34, and today we are reviewing the first new release of 2023, Gearsten Marshall, my first Salt Flats racer, so that's pretty exciting, and it's a 2023 car. It's for the new year, new mainline, very excited, and I'm just gonna come out and say it. This release looks a little bit weird, to say the least. This is, of course, from the Salt Flats episode of Cars on the Road, which was basically the token racer episode. They had to have an episode with racers in it, because one, that's what the franchise started as, and two, they need to sell toys. They've had a different racer type in every movie that they've done. Cars 1 obviously had the Piston Cup Racers, Cars 2, World Grand Prix, Cars 3, they had two Piston Cup Racer generations, as well as like racing trainees, racing tractors, heyday racers. It was wild. So of course Cars on the Road evolves that and gives us Salt Flats racers, which was kind of cool. We got to see this like unique culture of racing. It was like a different section of racing, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I really wish it was more fleshed out though, because that like 7 or 8 minutes did not do it justice. And speaking of not doing things justice, Mattel has not done the Salt Flats racers justice, because most of them look bad, for the sole reason that they are completely caked with white tires. It looks incredibly cheesy. They look like snow covered, like they're covered in snow, and it's very unrealistic, and it just sucks. But they spared Gearsten from that for some reason. He actually has normal wheels and rims and a normal base. So Mattel, like, what's going on? If the trade-off is either you get salt on the tires, but it looks incredibly inaccurate, or you don't get salt on the tires, I'd rather they just not do salt on the tires, but now it's going to look weird because you'll have some that have it and some don't. It's just a mess. And I can tell you right now, this little gray part right here, not only is it inaccurate, but it also looks just straight up ugly. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. Of course, it says Cars on the Road on it. This is a different style from the other packages they're doing, because they have the Red Riders packaging for the movies, and then this packaging for on the road. We have this almost cartoony-esque desert in the background, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's whatever. And then we have this old school TV that says new for 2023. Obviously, it's a TV to signify that this is from the TV show. A little clever there. And then you can see in the background of the blister, they have that little map of where they go, basically. Solid Flats is the only one that's name dropped on this, but I do show more of this in the Circus 4-pack video. And then, of course, on the back, as seen in Cars on the Road, we have Gearsten, Royce Revsley, another Salt Flats racer who suffered the white tire problem, Greebles and K. Pillar de Rev from the Circus episode, Speed Demon also from Salt Flats, and Griswold from the Cryptid Buster episode. So yeah, with that all out of the way, let's get started. I have no idea why I just said let's get started, because I'd already said it earlier, but whatever. I meant to say let's get them unboxed. Right off the bat, I'm disappointed. Mine has come with these like pen marks, almost. Like, I don't know what they are. It's got like, it's just schmutz. Can't wipe it off. It's like permanently stuck to them. Good job, Mattel. Really good job with the quality control there. But anyway, this is the number 4 yellow Salt Flats racer. I like his expression, actually. It's kind of smug. The eyelids kind of start down here and they go up like that. That's pretty cool. We got number 4 written in blue with a blue circle around it. We've seen other cars similar to this model, like River Scott and Duke Coulters, but what makes Gearsten so interesting is that he has his like vents or grill or whatever this is called. I mess it up every time. He has them on the sides here. He doesn't actually have them in the front, so it looks kind of weird. Some people have said he reminds them of a wind lifter from Planes, which is a bit of an interesting take. I don't know if I agree with that, but it's just food for thought, I suppose. We got number 4 again written in blue on the side, on this yellow door. And we have this big blue stripe that starts over here and curves down with the rest of his body, which is cool. We have this here, which I don't know what this stands for. I think it says RDRR. Couldn't possibly tell you what that means. And he's got a random 15 there. What is that for? Is it like, I don't know, is it like the Salt Flats equivalent of like a contingency sponsor? I'm not really sure. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense to me. I don't like his rims either. They're like solid yellow with just a singular black dot in the middle. That looks really weird, I guess. I mean, it's not awful. I don't hate it, but whatever. He does have no fenders, by the way. Open wheels, Francesco style. And then we have this big gray piece back here, which is just so bad. In the show, and even on the artwork, it's so small. It's like a sliver of gray, basically. But here it is comically large, very distracting. I remember when I first got my Gearsten, I wasn't sure if this was like some weird error where they like forgot to paint part of it, but no. This is how he looks. And it doesn't look great. Fortunately, the rest of the car does look okay, aside from the stuff on his nose. Ugh. Here, okay, this is interesting. It's almost like he has dents there. What? I can like run my finger in that. You can see the dent there. Interesting. Wonder if that's intentional or if I got a damaged one somehow. I doubt it. I think it's probably intentional, which is a cool detail. And then on the roof, 04 with no circle around it. Same with on the doors. So they just put the circle around it on the like hood, which matches the 15, which has a circle around it. So that's kind of confusing. And there's the 15 again. What? What does that mean? I have no idea. Anyways, we got 2 tinier windows in the back here, which is kind of nice. I mean, it makes sense. You know, he has to be able to see out of the rear view. I think it's weird that they're so small, though. And then we have on the back here his trunk, which has a ton of bolts surrounding it. And we have the number 4 again, with the number 15 there. And he's got this yellow bar on the back, right here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I think, I don't know what that is, actually. And also, I'm noticing that only half of the dots, so only the dots on this side, are actually painted blue, which is interesting, whereas these ones are painted yellow. Okay, that's just weird. And then on the back, of course, made in Thailand in the 38th week of 2022. So, yeah. All in all, for the first Salt Flats Racer, wow, I think he's alright. And when I say first Salt Flats Racer, I of course mean for the first one in my collection. They've obviously done Revo Koss, Dats Jammin', Royce Revsley, and Peggy Liner so far. So this is our 5th one, and hopefully we get more. I want to see them do that big green diesel truck somehow. Maybe in another 4-pack. That's like my most wanted car from on the road right now. There's also that like blue and orange plane type thing, which I think would be cool to see. And I think there's like a bunch of like skinnier racers that are similar to Peggy Liner that I think would be cool. But yeah, that is it for Gearsten. Let me know your guys' thoughts on him in the comment section below. I think overall, aside from like the stuff on his nose and the really weird gray fender area, I know it's not a fender, but that's that general area, I think it looks alright. Pretty decent job by Mattel. And this is the only new release in 2023 Case B, which is where he's from. After that, there's Case C, which has the new Road Trip McQueen and Mater, and Case D, which has Doug Crankle, which is just a whole other can of worms. I don't think I'm going to buy Doug Crankle, but if I do, I will make a video complaining about it because he is quite questionable, to say the least. Fortunately, though, Gearsten, he's pretty solid. I'd give him probably a B grade. I think he's pretty decent. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all soon for the next one. Bye.